What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, and I'm just here live playing some Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and that's pretty much it. We're just chatting, having a good time. We'll see where everything takes us, we'll see what's going on, and just how much fun we could possibly have as we're doing all this stuff. So, let's see what goes on. Let's go. Blast off, let everybody know that we're here and what's happening. So, right now, like I said, I'm just doing some Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, just messing around with it, seeing what's going on with it. I kind of have to reach a certain point in this in order to get something specific in Brotherhood, and for some reason I can't do it on PC, so I gotta be able to do it here. And just what's up to everybody that is joining or will join. Also, just BSing about like whatever we did over with, you know, like the diss tracks and everything for Assassin's Creed Shadows and whatnot. I thought that was actually kind of funny, not gonna lie. It was humorous, at least to me it was. But, you know, some people really didn't think it was. I still think that, you know, like it was kind of funny. Let's see, right now I gotta go to the bank so I can get more money here in this game and be able to go and then acquire more zones, basically. The more zones you have, the more money you make per every 20 minutes. I thought that was like a brilliant way of doing it, you know, like generating money, especially since it's tough to do certain things. Get money for like weapons and armor and whatnot. Let's not run over the guards because they're jerks in this one. And in my video, I was very serious about the whole the physical versus digital media. I had like serious problems with that. Couldn't even believe that we had those kind of problems. That they would take away an entire, just an entire DLC just because it had something to do with the whole online mechanic to it. I thought that was silly. What the heck? Didn't they just say that they made a deposit? There was no deposit? Oh, that's weird. I guess not. I guess that's just, they were just letting me know how much was available at every interval, I guess. Alright, no biggie. Still go and collect treasure chests and whatnot. Yeah, the Da Vinci Disappearance was actually a pretty cool little DLC because it had a lot of like Leonardo's work, and of course in every painting that he did he hid messages, which I thought was pretty cool. This actually came out around the time that well, not this, but the Da Vinci Disappearance came out around the time that the Da Vinci Code was really big, and a lot of people were very into that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how good it does, how much fun it is. Yeah, the Da Vinci Disappearance and the Da Vinci Code, those were pretty wild. The Da Vinci Code was wild on itself, but then, you know, you've got this Da Vinci Disappearance, and it was kind of a similar thing, except he hid all his messages in his works as to like where he was hidden. And of course Ezio had to find him, because that's his homie. That's what homies do. controls for this were like really solid. I hated when they switched the controls up for Assassin's Creed 3, but that's pretty much when they got like a new team. And there's like a lot of things that they messed up there, where they ended up giving us some nonsense with like the story. They, you know, obviously kill off Desmond. We no longer have Desmond. And then we have all these other like people that are like inconsequential. Like the player character becomes a spy for the assassins. I thought that was really weird. It makes a lot more sense when you have a straightforward present-day protagonist who's actually able to go and, you know, perform the tasks, who has some kind of stake. Whereas, you know, the protagonist that they gave us, which was supposed to be us, could have just went and did nothing. Could have just said, hey, you know what, I'm not with this. I'm not doing this. I don't get paid for this. Although they were compensated according to like what I saw, but still, it was kind of goofy. It was really goofy. So let's see, right now, like I said before, I'm just collecting treasures and money in order to, oh, that's a pretty painting. In order to get extra gear and stuff like that. I think that they had a pretty solid system with that, where you can find treasure chests and you can purchase all these places. Yeah, Ethan, what's going on, buddy? Brotherhood was pretty good. I was just talking about how I had to do this in order to get some, I need to get to the Da Vinci disappearance. But of course I'm going to play through the game at the same time so that I'm well prepared for it. But I was pretty shocked that the Da Vinci disappearance was removed from the, you know, the stores, basically. You were able to get it through the Ezio collections, but if you had it individually, you could not actually play it, which I found to be pretty wild. So we'll see what ends up happening. We'll see if Ubisoft reimburses me, because I actually contacted them and said, hey, where is my DLC from the PS3? As if I wouldn't miss the PS3. I have every freaking system in existence. So how are you gonna just take it away from me like that? You know, that's pretty foul. Really? How do you like Sly Cooper 4 so far? And have you played the ones from before? And what do you think about them, like, rebooting it? Because with all these remakes and reboots, that's one of the things that they're going on. What's happening, Fire Red? Fire Red, I'm sorry. That freaking, that diss track was hilarious. Hilarious. Absolutely took me out.
You cannot remain indifferent to the suffering of a fellow Christian.
Oh, you platformed the Sly trilogy, not bad. Yeah, Ubisoft, man. I just did you see the one that that Crizzy put up in the Discord? Crizzy put up another one in the Discord, another diss track. It's like a diss album, and that one is pretty good too. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty funny.
Did you liberate your money from our friend?
I did.
A small victory.
They add up, and in time with work, we'll have a few dozen more.
And in time, Cesare's gaze will return to us, and we'll be broken again. Now, where is my contact, Vinicio? He should have already intercepted the letter. Follow me.
This guy. PS Premium is actually pretty cool, honestly. So is Game Pass. Game Pass, obviously the better deal, but I don't feel like they should be putting games on there day and date though. It's a genius move though, especially like if you could put it on like TVs, on Fire Sticks and stuff like that. Would be absolutely amazing. That would be absolutely
amazing. Look at these facades masquerading as government. The Pope is very clever to keep this place in business. It fools your friends, the people, quite easily.
When did you become so cynical?
Oh, I'm going too far. What? I lost them. That's what I get for like not paying attention at the same time. Oh yeah, no, the one that Crizzy put up, Fire Red, you have to see it because the one that he put up is another diss track to Assassin's Creed Shadows, but he also, this guy takes shots at like the state of gaming. Not just Shadows, but they go after Ubisoft, they go after Sweet Baby Inc., they go after like why, you know, like games are the way they are, like why we're straying so far from what games were. It's pretty wild. Run over the people!
Look at these facades masquerading as government.
Oh, I beat Infamous 1 and 2 way back when I was,
it fools your friends, the people,
when I had the PS3.
When did you become so cynical?
I still have the PS3 and Infamous 1 and 2.
But all may not be lost.
It was actually a really good game, I'm not gonna lie. I really did enjoy that series.
I cannot say.
He was attempting to steal official Vatican mail.
Perdonatemi, signore. You must be mistaken.
Who are you working for, ladro?
I am working for no one.
Then no one will care what we do to you.
Uh-oh. This guy's gonna get messed up.
Grazie.
Where is it?
The courier still has the letter.
Ezio,
yeah, it did feel like a superhero game. That was great. I actually like collecting arcade games, believe it or not. I have a bunch of them. Like my whole little like studio has a bunch of like the some of the one-up arcades. It's got some of the like actual arcades. I've got some pinball machines in here. A lot of fun. I like collecting those kind of things. What? This is another courier? What are you doing, bro? I'm gonna tackle him and get some more cash. Watch this. He's gonna run from me. No, come back. Where are you going? Oh, right in front of the guard. He's not happy. That guard is like, what are you doing? Chase me on the horse, guard. Haha. You can't. You suck.
Bound to hurt himself.
They're supposed to be remaking the entire God of War series. Like, I'm talking about, like, way back from, like, the original one. Not just the ones that they put out on the PS4 and 5. Back when he was, like, Greek. Now, I hope that it's just a remaster, not a remake. I'm getting tired of, like, these insane remakes. And again, I kind of feel like we're losing... We're losing creativity because we just keep doing that. We keep remaking the same stuff we've already done. I feel like we're in a little bit of trouble there. I feel like too many things are remakes and remixes, not remasters. And that's kind of silly, I feel. I really do feel like they're doing that way too much. Yeah, I'm hoping it's a remaster, not a remake. If it's a remake, you know they're going to take out like a lot of the stuff that made it what it was. I could already see that. Like the original, you know, that Jaffe had, they were very, very highly, not just sexual, but violent. And I feel like they would definitely remove all of that.
These murderers come from?
If they had the chance, they would definitely remove all that. Just to appease modern audiences.
They must have come from in here.
Which modern audiences shouldn't be bothered by stuff like that. Modern audiences they should be even more, you know, ready to handle anything over sexually explicit and gore. Yeah, I hope it plays the same too. I have a feeling that, you know, they're gonna make like some changes, but I don't even know if they're gonna do the original AC-1 as the as their flagship for like the new batch that they were putting out. I know a lot of people had said that they were gonna be doing Black Flag as a remake first, which I don't see why they do that. Black Flag was pretty good on its own. It still stands. But we'll see what they do. The only differences that I hope to see in a remake of the original Assassin's Creed, I want to see that they add, you know, like all the little Game Boy games and PlayStation games and stuff like that in it. Because I think that those are interesting parts of the story, honestly. Seeing Altair's early life and then seeing, you know, like him battle the Templars in, you know, the other capacity that he was in, where he was in the PSP version. I think that those are pretty awesome, honestly. I feel like it does tell a wider story, and it has to. I think it would just be cool if they did it that way. Which is pretty much what they did with Assassin's Creed 3. Where they added all that stuff, and then they also let you play the PSP or the PS Vita version of Liberation. Which was a pretty good game in its own right. I thought that it was pretty cool. Told another part of the story. You're obviously Aveline, and then you get to meet Connor, which I thought was pretty cool. And it wasn't like Connor was like some bumbling idiot and, you know, like Aveline was the hero. Like, Connor really helped you out. He was impressed by your skills. It was good stuff. Yeah, he is a pretty deep character. That's why, like, I hope that they don't, you know, like, alter anything. I really hope they don't alter anything. If anything, I hope they add relevant stuff to it, you know? That's what they could do. Add some relevancy, don't take anything away. Leave what made the game in. If you're gonna add to it, add some cool features. Add something that, you know, like gives it more depth or something. Don't add where like he had like a gay relationship. Don't add where, you know, there's a bunch of unnecessary things going on in the game. Keep it the same game, just, you know, add some more nuance to it. Maybe a better way of fighting, maybe, you know, like extra weapons, things like that. I think that would be cool. Yeah, I think that what they're going to do, though, with this Infinity thing, I think that that's what they're going to do. They're going to start making, like, extra stories on all these characters we've already seen. I think they're going to, you know, like, add to it. Not exactly like a DLC, maybe, like, a full-blown game. But, or even, like, a side game. But I feel like, you know, they're gonna do like some extra stuff, and hopefully it's the right stuff. It's not, you know, like nonsense. Because I cannot deal with like nonsense. I really can't. I don't want them to add like, you know, all kinds of stuff that like, you know, that has no relevance to the game. You know, missions that have no relevance to the game. Just give me the game, make it good. And, you know, like I say, like, I don't care. Like, these are already established characters if they're going to remake these games. So, make them good. Make, you know, expand on who they are or whatever. But don't, you know, like, really freak out and make it something that it shouldn't be. I don't know. The way that they're going, it may be. We may not even see Hex the way that they're going. Gaming altogether is kind of like at this like weird crossroads. If you notice, like, we're cheering a bunch of like the games that are coming out of like, you know, like Eastern development. Stellar Blade was amazing. And, you know, like, of course, it had its own controversy where they altered, like, bathing suits and whatnot. I don't think that should have been as big of a deal, but, you know, for some people it was everything. You know, but, like, the girl is very pretty, you know, maybe, obviously it's fantasy, and it's fantasy done right because, you know, she's wearing high heels while she's fighting, you know, like, I don't know girls that really like to wear high heels for long, much less fight in them. Yeah, you know what, Fire Red, you're not alone. A lot of people really felt that way. They really feel like, you know, they're gonna skip Shadows, and if you skip Shadows, you know, that's your prerogative. You're more than welcome to skip Shadows, obviously. And nobody should, you know, like, tell you, oh, you know, like, there's something wrong with you if you're not going to play it, or you're racist because you're not going to play it. No, people like what they like, man. So I'm not going to tell you, you know, like, what to buy and what not to buy. And nobody else should either. You know, like, I'm still buying it, I'm still playing it, you know, like, it's obviously my job as a YouTuber. But you know, like if the game is crap, if they really did a number on the story and like the story is part of
Now
like
I
some
can get
woke
back up
narrative,
here.
I definitely am gonna complain. You're definitely gonna hear me. Yeah, you know what, Ethan? There's no games like old games. I've been playing a bunch of old games myself. I've been playing a lot of like games that were emulated. I play a lot of games that like are not emulated. I've actually started like opening up my collection again for like Nintendo and everything, and I'm trying to find like all those like weird obscure games that nobody plays. Like they made like homebrews of like Nintendo cartridges, so I keep getting those. Like I have a D-make for the original Resident Evil. I have a D-make for Final Fantasy VII. I love those. A lot of people, you know what? At one point, people were mad at, I forget which studio did Odyssey. Then they were excited to hear that the studio that did Origins was going to do Valhalla. Then they got upset, and now freaking Shadows, a lot more people are upset.
That could help if I fall.
And I mean, you know, like their whole thing isn't you know, like lost on deaf ears. Well, it is to Ubisoft. Ubisoft doesn't care, but they did Odyssey. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people thought that Quebec was going to take the crown back, but apparently not. A lot of people are really mad about Shadows. I mean, there's a lot of things in the game that don't make sense, and that's why I say, you know, let's reserve our judgment before we like get really mad at the game. You know, they messed up a lot of things, you know, like historically, like, you know, like Yasuke's backstory, Noe's backstory. Everybody, you know, like they according to what people believe as far as history, they did mess up a lot of stuff. And again, they do, you know, it is a work of fiction, so that's how I look at it, that it's just a work of fiction. But that being said, you know, like some people really wanted to see this pan out a little bit more realistically. And personally, I feel a lot better if they always have like a non-historical figure that we play as. This was their first time doing it. Guarantee this is going to be the last time they do it. And I don't know where the series is going, honestly.
Perfect. A route up if I fall.
Yeah, they really, they got to get on their game. Number one, we definitely have to get rid of this Sweet Baby ink. That, no good comes of that, you know? Your game could be diverse, you know, like you can't force it on people. Like, people don't want to play that. I'm not freaking out about diverse games like, you know, like some other YouTubers where, I mean, they're practically crying. That's kind of nuts to me, but, you know. You can't force people to play a game or a character or anything, especially if it has no relevancy. It's always got to be relevant. Yeah, I gotta agree with that, Guardian. You know, race swapping characters is kind of dumb. You know, I told everybody, I said, you know, like I'm Latino. You know, my family's from Puerto Rico, from Spain, etc., etc. I don't need a character who's overly Hispanic to be in a game for me to, you know, like identify. You know, like I don't need that level of identification. I'm fine with, you know, playing a white character or playing, you know, like whatever character. I've always said that, like, I don't care if you're playing as like a black, paraplegic, you know, paraplegic, whatever, Jewish woman in a game, as long as, you know, it has some relevancy
The
to what's going
followers
on.
of Romulus. This band of false pagans has been terrorizing the city for months and driving the people into the arms of the church.
Quite convenient.
Exactly. I believe the Borgia are supporting them, but proof remains scarce. That is why the letter is so important.
Here it is. I hope you can break a cipher.
Cazzo. Another
Yeah,
encryption.
Doctor
This
Who
one was
did
supposed
make
to be legible.
Isaac Newton black.
They are transmitting them using a code sheet. Without it, we have nothing.
Sometimes
And
logic is
I
not
think
the
it's
only way to win a
Bridgerton
war.
made
Andiamo.
Queen Elizabeth black as
You
well.
said we had allies in the city. Bring
Lady
me to
Strider watches Bridgerton, and
Follow me.
the first question I asked, like in all seriousness, once I saw it, was where did all these like black people come from in this show? Like, wasn't this like a no-no back then? And she was like, yeah, it was a no-no, but you know that's how they did the show. If you do things for yeah, I could see that. I could see it being insulting, especially if it messes with history like that.
We recently began traveling through the tunnels to avoid
See
the
now,
guards, but many of the entrances in the
when
city are broken.
if you're doing
By
a
using
show
them,
and it's
we can get to
absolute
our
historical
destination
fact,
rapidly
like
without
you should leave it
encountering
as
resistance.
fact historically. I don't agree with them making Isaac Newton black. Like that was kind of weird. Yeah, the last season of Doctor Who, I like the actor, but like the writing again, I'm fearful for the writing. The writing is what's messing it up. It's the same thing when Jodie was Doctor Who.
Ben trovato, Nicolò. Ah, Serezzi.
They don't really care
Pleasure.
about the characters, I feel
Fabio
like.
Orsini, at your service. I've heard a great deal about you from my cousin, Bartolomeo d'Alviano.
A fine warrior.
Fabio has lent us an unused storeroom on Isola Tiberina.
I know you were used to better accommodations in Toscana.
It is perfect.
Bene. Then I am
I
off
feel
to
like,
begin
you know, like
preparations
you
for
can't
Romagna.
get people used to a
Today,
certain
Cesare
thing and then
commands my
switch
men,
it up
but
on them.
soon, I hope we will be free.
Now I propose we begin planning our assault on the Borgia.
Oh, you think we are ready for such an attack?
See,
Do you know, for instance, where the Borgia troops took Caterina Sforza?
what?
Are you also unaware that the Borgia have captured the Apple of Eden?
Yeah.
How could
Yeah.
we have
So, you do not know
I
what
don't
goes
understand
on
why
with
they
our
do
enemies.
that.
Do we at least have an underground
Honestly,
here to
yeah,
work with?
I think that the series is
Our
great
mercenaries are
overall,
ensnared
but
in a losing battle with
the
Cesare's
decisions that
French
they've been
allies.
making recently,
We have girls
they
working
have
for
been
us in a brothel,
really
frequented
messed
by
up.
cardinals and other important
Really
Romans.
messed up.
But the madam there is lazy and would rather attend parties than further our cause.
What about the city's thieves? Do they have a guild?
See, but they refuse to talk to us. I don't know why.
But you know what, though, Guardian? It could get
what are
worse.
you going to do?
It could get
Make
way
some
worse.
friends.
Just imagine if the United States did their own version of Doctor Who. How messed up it would be. We never even had police boxes over here. So, what are we going to use? A phone booth? We already did Bill and Ted. Yeah, that I noticed. I'm part of like a couple of like different Facebook forums that talk about Doctor Who and whatnot. And like every episode that came out, people were freaking out. Absolutely freaking out. And again, that's you know, like one of the things where I'm just like, hey, you know, like let's see what happens, let's see what goes on. If it's crap, it's crap, but you know, like let's see what they do. Let's see where they go. Hopefully these guys wake up and they start, you know, like writing better. I kind of feel like everything that we're doing as a society, not just with like these TV shows and everything, I feel like they're almost making these things terrible on purpose so that we just, you know, like we get used to it. Get used to mediocrity. Yeah, Jack Harkness was great. I thought that he was awesome. He was funny. Of course, he wouldn't be the Doctor, but... Well, actually, no. Like, they when Peter Capaldi came out, it was that the Doctor took that one person's face from Rome. So they could have worked the story out like that.
What's your problem?
I don't know. I know a lot of people, you know, like are... Oh yeah, I kind of feel like, you know, like they do stuff like that. Like I feel like, in all honesty, like when I see something that's like a complete work of fiction, it doesn't bother me. But I see the other side of the coin. I see where people get upset that, you know, it's, I guess, insulting to, like, you know, the history, but... Yeah. Honestly, they should have consulted with a researcher. First of all, and I'll tell you guys what, first of all, the one thing that I do believe is that they shouldn't be touching any historical characters. You haven't done it before. Why are you starting now? You know, I don't even think that they should have done that with Noe as like the daughter of a historical character, and that person, you know, the daughter never existed. I feel like that's kind of silly too. That shouldn't have been done.
Perfection is not measured in coin. Actually, yes, it is. Many coins.
Nah, man, I watched Shooty's whole season, and there was some that were impressive, and a lot of them were like crap. I'll tell you one thing: the Maestro character, I absolutely loved. That was a great villain. And they should have they should continue with using that villain, honestly. Because Maestro was great.
Hey, last I checked, this was not the wild.
Oh yeah, that's the one where like he disappeared. He was there like the first 5 minutes of the movie or the show, and then disappears, and he leaves the girl alone, Ruby, and she has to figure out what happened to him and how to get him.
This lovely little tratto of Papa Gregorio is truly antique.
Not the cracked wood, faded temper, and slight mold.
I don't know, like writing has gotten really terrible, like not just on that show, but like a lot of shows. A lot of shows are coming out with like pure crap. And I don't even know why. I really do feel like they're trying to prepare us for, you know, like the future of television and movies where nobody cares. Where it's just, you know, just absolute crap. If you think about it, everything that we're doing now is just a remix of something that has been done before. We don't really have like a lot of new like television shows or new ideas when it comes to television or movies. The guy who wrote A Quiet Place, he only wanted to make one movie. Like, they keep throwing money at him. They're like, this has to be a series. So what's he doing? He's going backwards. I think the one movie was the sequel, and the movie that's out now is supposed to be like like day one or something. The very first day that these things arrive. Yeah, I've played it before. Why are they remaking everything? That's the problem that I have. Like, I'm telling you, we have no imagination. We just keep it. If we're making something new, it's just a recycled idea. Matt Pat was right. What's going on, Irish? How you doing? We're just talking about ideas and shows and things that they're doing, that they're altering. Getting a little nervous for the continued existence of humanity. It's not looking good.
The most distinguished client.
It's really not looking good.
The elite know where to find the best available merchandise.
Guardian makes a lot of great points, though, as far as like the writing and everything on Doctor Who. And just the writing and everything in general, like that they're doing. I'm telling you, like they're definitely gearing us up for a whole, you know, like you will enjoy what we decide you will enjoy. And it's gonna be, you know, like whatever nonsense. It's just gonna be, you know. We're not doing anything new. We're doing all this old nonsense. We're just gonna keep remaking crap. Or feeding me crap. I'll be honest, I get that they want, you know, like everybody to get along and peace on earth, goodwill towards men, but I kind of feel like, you know, it's not going to work when you're forcing that on people. That Dr. House show is fantastic. That dude is a nut job.
I want no part of this.
The character will be like, yeah, I have like this massive disease. I don't know what's going to go on. I don't think there's a cure. You give Dr. House like 4 Percocets and like 9 gin and tonics, and he's like, I already discovered what happened. Here's how you fix it. Which, I mean, obviously is BS. I would love to have that doctor, though. As much of a jack off as he is, as much as a jerk as he is. I mean, the guy figured out everything. He figured out exactly how to do whatever. Whatever ailed you, he fixed. These guys in this game are pushing me and the horse is in their way. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just chilling over here and they're like, why are you in the way? Get away from the horse. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with society today. We are having like a bunch of problems. We do have problems where, you know, like we're basically, like no lie, they're training us to just get used to, you know, like terrible writing, terrible scripting. You know, I as far as like the whole, you know, thing where like people are gender swapping and the whole like race swapping, I think it's silly. I mean, in certain things, it doesn't bother me. Like, you know, The Little Mermaid, like I'm not gonna watch that anyway. Making her black, you know, didn't affect me. I kind of feel though that like they leave the source material alone. Like the easiest thing I have with like source material, like when you look at Ninja Turtles, you know, they messed with it once when they made the 1980s cartoon. Instead of making it like an edgy, like scary, whatever, like the Ninja Turtles movie from the 80s, 90s was closer to the source material than the cartoon was. But, you know, they had to make it for kids, so I got that. And they made it, and, you know, it was goofy and everything. It was still a hit. Then they remade it, and it made no sense. Then they try to make it, you know, like kind of match kids who had grown up from Ninja Turtles, and it didn't work. I think the closest they did when my son was a kid, they remade Ninja Turtles, and that one was okay. It was pretty close to the source material too. This new thing that Seth Rogen did, he was definitely high when he wrote it, because it just, I'm like, what is this? What is any of this? What have you done? Oh, bro, the Acolyte? I'm confused on the Acolyte. I don't care about, like, you know, like what the characters are and everything like that. And, you know, they of course, like, you know, people are crying about, like, they had to marry Sue and everything like that. I'm just sitting here like none of the Force stuff is making sense. None of the established canon is making sense. How could that guy not realize that he had the wrong twin when he went on the ship? The bad guy figured it out first.
Quite a few different accessories too. Things you may not know you.
I was excited to see the Old Republic, but I don't know. I'm kind of confused as to why they're doing things the way they're doing it. And why that one character got this cool lightsaber whip, but, like, you know, we don't see them in the present day Star Wars. I don't know. Again, I'm giving it a shot, but, you know, it's losing me a little bit. One thing that, like, I will not stand for, and I was pretty pissed off with this. I heard Kathleen Kennedy wants to change the whole light side, dark side thing. She wants to call it something else. She feels like the light side and dark side is offensive. Why? Why is it offensive? It's not like they called it, you know, like the you know, white supremacist side and the N-word side, you know? Like, I could see if you did something like that and you wanted to change it, but it's the light side and the dark side. What, we're changing words for good and evil now, too? Like, come on. If you're going to be offended by that, then you seriously have problems. That show is not for you. Change is always good, except when they do dumb change. When they do silly things, that's problematic. You know, like, again, like I enjoy inclusion. I enjoy that everybody enjoys a story, a movie, a book, a song. You know, I love that everybody enjoys that. I love that, you know, like it doesn't even bother me, you know, like when I hear like, you know, like the local up and coming white kids in my neighborhood that are rappers, up and coming rappers, and they start rapping and everything like that, you know, like I think it's funny, but you know, I could be looking at the next Eminem. You know, some of them are clearly terrible, but you know, at the same time, some of them are pretty good, and you may be looking at the next Eminem. Eminem is undisputed. You can't mess with Eminem. So, you know, those are things that I think of. That's why, like, I'm unbothered by certain things like that. But, you know, that to me is inclusion. But, like, you know, purposely changing everything up is nuts.
Welcome to the Rosa in Fiore, stranger.
Salve. Would you be kind enough to call the owner for me?
Madonna Solari is not in.
Do you know where she
This is a fire game, Decky.
Aiuto, aiuto! Madonna Solari!
Lucia, we thought you were
Yeah, a lot of people were complaining that, like, you know, Anakin is no longer special after watching.
Who took you on a ship?
Slave traders, messere. Near Isola Tiberina. They want coin in
There's
exchange
even
for
I will get her back.
a naughty film that is saying that Star Wars took the idea of the space witches from them. Because apparently there was a naughty film that actually dealt with a situation like that, which I find to be hilarious.
Damn it!
Reproductive space witches. It didn't sound that nice in the Dirty movie, but it's pretty much the same concept.
After it, ragazzi!
What do you think of Shadows coming out, Decky? Apparently it's a lot of controversy surrounding. Yeah, I knew Kathleen Kennedy was a monster. Yeah, she's nuts, man. Like, I don't understand that nonsense. I really don't. Really, like, you know, like if you're gonna make any changes, make I don't know what change you could make to Star Wars. I want to know why George Lucas is not pissed off with what they're doing with his work. Probably because he's still getting paid. He doesn't care. He's old, he's getting paid. What do I care? He still has like rights to like all the toys and stuff like that, so I'm really sure he doesn't care.
You die this day! I'm not involved. I've done nothing wrong, I swear.
Exactly. Thing is, be a little responsible with your money. Like, what the hell, man? I can't stand that.
Please, God, just let me live.
Yeah, I'm still getting paid, so I don't care what happens to like a thing that I created long ago. It doesn't matter to me.
You will get what is your due.
Like, that's just weird. You would think he would, you know, like say something. You'd think that he'd be like, you know, like, you guys are going about this the wrong way. This is not what I created for the fans. This is not what I left for the fans.
Sometimes I think there are not enough
Why don't you do it this way instead? Oh, we got a problem. Lady in the dress just struck Exio. That never happened back then. She would call her man and be like, yo, go get my money back. This is not historical fiction. They're trying to say this is historical fact now. Nah, I'm messing around. Irish, did you see the diss track that dude put out on Shadows? I linked it in my video about it. It was great. I don't think it's going to be pumped in the club with like Kendrick Lamar's music, but it was pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I got a kick out of it. Fire Red posted it. It was pretty funny. He comes into the Discord. He's like, "There's a diss track," and then I listened to it, and I was like, "Oh no, oh no." And it's a banger. That made it even more oh no. Yeah, you definitely have to check it out. It was so funny. Like, it's in Japanese, but it's got like subtitles, you know, like if you don't speak Japanese, so like you could understand it, but it was so good. It was so good. It had me laughing so hard. And then somebody else, Crizzy, he came into the Discord and he posted another one. And that one was even better because it was talking about like the state of gaming and like really like defecating on Ubisoft and like what they're doing and stuff. And not just them, but like a bunch of other developers too. Like, you know, like it doesn't bother me like if you have in the game that the woman is ugly. Like a lot of people are talking about that. Like Lara Croft being like square jawed, Joanna Dark being square jawed. I mean, it's a video game. I'm gonna spend most of my time, you know, like running through the level or whatever, attacking people, you know, accomplishing objectives. I'm not really gonna have time to like look at what the girl looks like or anything like that. But then again, you know, I'm pretty sure they do have FPS scenes or whatever, or you know, like third-person scenes. But they, I'm telling you, it's pretty wild. Like heels on Babyface, he's like big for that. He said the Silent Hill 2 remake, which is. It's not Angela, it's Mangela. I mean, he's got no room to talk when it comes to looks, but, you know, hey, it is what it is.
I've been offered
I'm telling you, that song was good. It was good. It was funny. Some people thought it was cringe. Some people thought it was silly, that it was unnecessary. I just think it's a funny way of expressing yourself. It really was. It was a pretty unique way of expressing yourself. I really do want like video game developers to go back to like what they did. We definitely got to get rid of Sweet Baby Inc. Because we did have like some diverse games and stuff like that before they came along. And now it's just, I don't know. I feel like we're going over the top. Like I remember one game way before Sweet Baby Inc. came out. It was called Remember Me. And you played as a girl who was like half black, half white, like white father, black mother. And it was like Johnny Mnemonic, where like you had like all this stuff in like your head to like download data and whatnot. And something happened where like her memory was wiped. And she's trying to like fix it. She's trying to remember everything. And you go through the adventure like that. I thought it was like an amazing adventure. I played it. This had to be like Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, around there. Great game. Great game. The story was deep. The graphics were amazing. I feel like, you know, like that was pretty, that was on the money. That was pretty good. And then they, you know, like Sweet Baby Inc. came out and they were like, yeah, we got to do this, that, and the other thing. I feel like they're doing too much. I want to get paid $70 million to tell you how to mess up your game and piss off your fan base. That'd be pretty cool. Should come out with a company like that and see what you know we could get done. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe so that we could create like our own organization like that. Instead of Sweet Baby Inc., like, you know, like sour adult abortion or something. Again, it's good to have, you know, like diversity in like your games and your movies and your shows, but it's not good to like screw up canon events or, you know, like alter what we already are used to, you know? I don't mind seeing, you know, like more black or Hispanic people in the game or whatever, but like I do mind seeing it where like it's kind of unnecessarily forced. I think that's silly. Where is this guy? Is this guy? Can I get him easily? Yep, there he is right there.
Be our man. Better have a look. Get off so easy. You can't catch me, assassin! Not today, Warren. The Borgia will now destroy you.
Oh, he escaped already? That's messed up. I miss combat like this.
Don't do this.
Spare me. Not like the others.
Dudes are just diving in the water.
I'm alone. Sorry.
This is what I miss, combat like this, like the way they had in the Ezio trilogy, the way they had in the older games. combat was peak.
Are you here for the whore?
Are you starting me?
I have your money.
Combat was
Let her
great.
go!
No! Take it up with Cesare!
Why are these guys... Oh, the captain came back after I messed up that mission. That is so good. So I could go and try to get him again. Why are these guys working with this captain? That's crazy. Why are they working with these thieves?
Get him, ragazzi! There! After him! Hurry!
What the hell?
Get
Come on, let me get up. Give me a chance. There we go. There we go. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. And the thing I like about these guys is that they all drop like some of the greatest like gear that you need, like some great like materials and whatnot. Yeah, wasn't that fire? He's like, shut up, Elon. I'm telling you, that whole thing was hilarious. I saw that there was a diss track. I was like, no, man, come on. Now they're doing too much. And then I actually listened to it, and I was in tears. I really was. I couldn't handle it. I laughed so hard. I thought that was absolute genius. The other one that Crizzy posted, that was just as funny. Because they're going after like everything. They're going after like the state of gaming, like, you know, is this what we are as consumers? Honestly, like games back in the day, and I'm noticing this too, like a lot more people are talking about how they're more vested in like older games than they are in like newer games. Somebody was just in the chat today, earlier, and they were talking about how like they're just playing a bunch of old games. And that person is not, you know, it's not uncommon at all right now. I'm glad it made your day. That was brought to you by 65 Fire Red because he's the one that found that. I gave that man all that credit. I was like, no, this dude, he found this. This was good. Yeah, I'm telling you, a lot of people are finding more and more that they're playing like the older games because gaming is not the way it used to be at all. Gaming used to be fun. It used to be mindless. You never had any issues with like the games being like really bad if they were bad. Like, I mean, if they were stinkers, they were stinkers. But gaming now, it's like, you know, $70 stinkers, and then we're lied to by some, like, you know, like some of the industry where they say like the game is really, really good, and it turns out to be crap. That has to stop. Yeah, you know, like, I mean, clearly as a YouTuber, that's my job to play the game, so, like, I'll definitely be getting it anyway, but, you know, I do feel, I do see where, like, some people are, like, upset over it, you know? I do get that. Again, me personally, I just feel like, you know, it's just a game, you know, let's play it, let's see what happens. If the story is absolute garbage, then, you know, we know what happened.
I am sure I have just what you
I
need.
feel like there's too much going on with, like, culture war issues. At the same time, though, I'm not going to tell somebody that they're stupid or whatever for not playing the game. You know, you do what you want to do. It's your money.
Come, don't be shy. Maybe the Turks.
I don't mind if somebody, you know, like is not going to play it just on, you know, like morals or whatever, you know. That's how you feel, that's how you feel. And nobody should make you feel any different. Yeah. Yeah, refunds exist. But, you know, like, some people just don't want to play it just because, you know, like, it's morality. It's the principle. It's like, you know, like, no, this is not the history that, you know, we're supposed to have, you know? And I get that, and I fully support people that, you know, that they don't want to, like, do that they don't want to play that. I got no problem with people that are doing that. Like, one dude had me cracking up because he was so mad about the game that, like, nobody said anything to him. He said something like, he's not getting the game, you know, like, they should have made the ninja a boy. I think he said something to that effect. That was what he had said. And somebody else commented, like, well, how do you know that the game's going to be terrible? It's not even out yet. And the guy, like, immediately, like, threw his own self under the bus. He was like, what, so does that make me a racist and a sexist? Then that's what I am. And everybody was like, no, that's not what anybody said. Like, what are you talking about? That sounds like a self-report, my guy. Like, why are you saying that? Nobody said anything like that. You said the game is going to be horrible because it doesn't have, like, this factor. And somebody else had said, well, how do you know that it's going to be bad? Just because of this, it's not even out yet, you haven't even played it. And the dude immediately went for, like, the racism and sexism card on himself. And nobody had said anything about that. I'm telling you, never do a crime with that dude. To me, I found that funny. I didn't even comment on that afterwards, but, like, you know, it was hilarious to me. Like, here you are. You said the ninja should have been a man, not a woman. This game is going to be terrible. because they did things like that. And then instead of, you know, like
Mother?
coming out and
Sister?
you know, just saying like, this is my opinion.
Said that you might be here.
Instead,
What are
the
you doing
kid
in
just
Rome?
came out and he said, you
Has
know,
Firenze
oh,
been
so
attacked?
that makes me
No,
a racist
or
and a
rather,
sexist?
I do not know.
Then that's what I am.
We did not go to Firenze.
Why?
Ezio, we want to help.
I was trying to help you by sending you to Firenze.
Where is Madonna Solari?
She's dead.
Merda. What now? Will we have to close?
You cannot close. I need your help.
Messere, without someone who can run things.
That kind of stuff is hilarious to
I'll
me.
do it.
I'm
You
sorry.
do not belong here, Claudia.
I know how to run a business. I ran Uncle Mario's for years.
This is different.
What alternative do you have, Ezio?
You do this, Claudia. And you are
A
on your
lot
own.
of people, they
I've
only
been
want
on
to
my
talk
own
about,
for 20 years.
you know,
Fine.
shadows
I
and,
intend to repair the brothel. This
you know,
place is a real
the
mess.
controversy
I want your
behind
courtesans
shadows.
to find Caterina Sforza.
You can
how
count
they
on
feel
us.
about shadows. I mean, I'm going to play it. If it's terrible from the get-go, then it's terrible from the get-go. I'll let everybody know. But, you know, like, so far, like, what I've seen from the gameplay and, you know, like, the story and everything like that, it actually looks pretty cool.
I'll be around should you need me.
It could turn out to be a massive bomb. It could. It could turn out to be the worst game ever created. That's a possibility. But it could also turn out to be like an amazing game. There are many games that even, you know, started off and people were really, really upset about the game, and then later on, like, it found newfound love, which was pretty wild. Like, look at Odyssey. A lot of people were upset about Odyssey, and it turned out to be good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Irish. It's like Odyssey. Odyssey, like, you know, it started off, and a lot of people, like, it got hate because a lot of people felt like it was not a true Assassin's Creed game. You know, I even am on record as saying it should have been an Assassin's Creed story, like it should have been a spin-off, because it did have to do with the Creed, but she wasn't an actual assassin. Then Valhalla came out and everybody was like, oh, Odyssey was the better game. So, I mean, you know, like, people go through stages sometimes. Somebody might see, you know, like, the gameplay and think, you know, this is still crap, but, you know, it's kind of cool. What's happening, Neon Matt? What's going on, man?
A nice piece of work. Addio.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's going to happen with Shadows. Like, a lot of
Welcome to
people
the
are going to
Rosa
hate
and
it,
Fiore.
but then they'll see,
As
like,
you
the
can see,
gameplay.
most popular brothel
They'll see the
in
story. Oh,
Money
excuse
was well
me.
invested.
They'll see, you know, like, a
Here,
bunch
I
of
keep
stuff,
a
and
list
then,
of the
you know, like,
skills taught to my
they'll...
girls.
I feel like people will
We're
get
not
into
teaching
it.
them much.
Think you could do better?
Nessun
Some
problema.
people are going to be adamant and not,
The
you know, want
Borgia make
anything
it
to do with it
difficult for
just on
Claudia's
principle,
girls.
and, you know, like, if
There
that's
are
their thing,
several
that's their
things you
thing.
could do that would
Again,
aid
I'm not
them.
going to tell you what to
I
do
will
with your
keep that
money.
in mind.
I'm not going to tell you,
Anything
you know,
else?
like, there's
No.
something wrong with you for not playing it.
Ezio,
It is
Did you
what it
find
is.
Caterina?
we are working on it.
Bene. Come to see me at Isola Tiberina with her location.
I do feel, though, that, like, once it's out there, once it's being played and everything, that a lot of people, it'll garner a lot more interest. I feel like more people will come around. But for now, like, I do understand that, you know, like, some people are just angry with, you know, like the history of it all and whatnot. And again, you know, like if that's your thing, that's your thing. If that's what you want to be mad at, that's what you want to be mad at, and it is what it is. But like if people are having fun with it and enjoying it, don't look at them like there's something wrong with them. Don't look at them like, you know, you're you know, like a woke lunatic or whatever. People are going to enjoy the game, whether you do or not. People are going to make diss tracks, whether you like it or not. Well, you know what, Matt? To be fair, and I'll be honest with you, like every single Assassin's Creed game, we always get people that are like chirping about, you know, like the history of like the game, and I have always said you're not playing this game for the history. You know, because I mean you're not. But I know people that, you know, like came out and, you know, they were Greek historians. Even the whole thing, like I questioned, like how does the Animus know how to parse where the person is from, what time period the person is from? But in Odyssey, it couldn't tell whether it was a boy or a girl, or whether it was, you know, the genetic code of a brother or a sister. They're not even twins. And I even had people come out of the woodwork that all of a sudden were like DNA specialists. You know, like, you're always going to get that. You will always get that. I'm telling you, it always happens that way. That's why, like I say, like at the end of the day, you know, I'm just playing a game. That's all I care about. I care if the game is good or if it sucks. For some people, they care that, you know, like it's really messed up with the history. Although in some cases, nobody, like I said in previous videos, nobody had smoke for like Noe and who she is and what she is. It all depends on point of view. I'm approaching it like this is not historically accurate. I'm playing a video game. Some people are, how dare they, you know, tell us what history is. Yeah, I can't wait to play it either. Honestly, I think it's going to be good. I think the only reason that it will get not one award is because of the backlash that like it's gotten. But I'm telling you right now, this game is the most talked about game, hands down. Hands down, more people are talking about Shadows than any other game. Which even in Japan, somebody who is Japanese, who commented on one of my videos, he actually said that Assassin's Creed was like a nothing game in Japan. Like nobody really heard of it, nobody really played it. And then all of a sudden, you know, like they've got Shadows coming out, and now a lot of people are from Japan are like all of a sudden revisiting the Assassin's Creed series. They're like, wait, what is this? What's going on here? Why are they doing this? Like this series is like JRPG series over here. People hear about them, not many people play them. It's just wild.
I am sure I have just what you need.
Yeah, the petition hit 73,000. They're looking for 75 right now. The thing is, in all honesty, and I'm very serious about this, like, has any petition ever worked? That's what I want to know. I can't recall not one... yeah, I can't recall not one petition that was gaming related that actually worked, where they actually got what they wanted out of the petition. Do not say Stellar Blade, because that didn't work. Stellar Blade, they still have, what do you call it? They still didn't fix the issues that these guys wanted. They just added new suits that were more closely resembling what those guys had wanted. Oh! Damn! You're right. You are absolutely right. The Sonic the Hedgehog petition did work. Holy crap. How could I forget about that? How could I forget about Ugly Sonic? That actually did work.
Those boots are so garish. I have much better for you.
And that was a whole thing where people clearly understood the assignment. People were upset. They were like, this is not Sonic. This is not how you do this. It did bad with test audiences. And people in general were just like, yeah, I'm not going to go see that movie. That is a perfect example of voting with your wallet and a petition actually working. That is phenomenal.
Oh, truly I am blessed this day. No matter. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, I think they're not going to do that. I think that you're going to have to actually, like, buy with real money any of the outfits and stuff like that. Which I think, you know, is a little extreme, but it is what it is. They know that they're going to get people that are going to buy that. They know they're going to get people that are going to... You got these whales out there that they'll pay that money. They're tired of me, like, figuring out how to crack those stores, so they're not bringing it back. Which is pretty messed up, honestly. I mean, they might notice that they're losing out a lot of money on that, where people aren't buying that stuff. Because honestly, like, when Retta, you know, like, gives you a part of, like, an outfit, and you get, like, let's say, like, 3 or 4 pieces of it, and then it takes like a month or two and you still haven't got the last piece, some people like will go and make the purchase. Some people will, you know, they'll be like, I can't hold out. I really want this outfit. I really want this set. And they'll buy it. So I don't know what the logic is behind that. What's happening, Scatha? Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I feel like if they saw new gameplay, if people saw the gameplay, they might pipe down about like what's going on with the game. I think gameplay is a great example of how to fix it. The other thing on how to fix it, like I saw that they had a series where they were like, yeah, you know, like we got a lot of stuff wrong. And that is by design. Here's a whole series on like what we got wrong and what the actual fact of the game is. And they only got to like Revelations. I feel like if they had gotten to like Shadows and they're like, yeah, you know, we did this wrong, and they kind of like denounced what they did with the game, I think people would be like more forgiving. People would be like, all right, well, at least they're not saying that this is absolute 100% undisputed fact. Two morning shifts. Get out of here, man. Yeah, I'm more concerned with the gameplay, the mechanics, the story. I want the story to be good. I kind of feel like right now was not the time to go completely current gen, as there are still a lot of people that are on PS4 and on like Xbox One. I kind of feel like that was kind of a slip up. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. Damn, bro, I'll come work with you. Especially if they're gonna give me drinks. Only thing is that I'm gonna be freezing, so you're gonna see me wearing like 10 tons of parkas and blankets and stuff. Damn, I could not do a night shift. That would be too much for me. I remember doing night shifts when I did work. I hated that. I hated work. I hated losing my finger more, and that was from work. But what do you think is easier, like night shifts or like day shifts? I feel like night shifts, nobody's paying attention, nobody cares. Every time I worked a place that had a day shift and a night shift, like, I mean, clearly both shifts blamed each other for like whatever went down, but like night shifts, you always heard stories that like people are just like pulling up cardboard boxes and sleeping in them. You know, you're just like hiding from management all night. I've heard stories of people like, you know, like walking in, punching in, doing like an hour's worth of work and then disappearing. And then coming back at the end of shift and like punching on. That's true. Less people, less idiots, and bad drivers. Honestly, Matt, Odyssey is worth the play. It really is. It has like some amazing dynamics, including like the builds. When you're able to like make a build with like the character and use certain gear and certain
I see why they fear you.
Like the engravings and everything like that, like you could become a powerhouse. I had a build way back in the day when they first had the game out, and I was doing like 10 million damage with one arrow. I was like one-shotting everything. Yeah, I felt like Odyssey and Valhalla could have been, you know, like one of those, not exactly part of the game, it's still in the world, but it's like, you know, an Assassin's Creed story or something like that. But yeah, Odyssey was way better than Valhalla in terms of what you can do, the builds. You could make endless builds. They were a lot of fun. You could do like so much damage. And then when I maxed out my character where I had mastery points and everything, like, I mean, it got really ridiculous. Wait, you work in a haunted hotel for real? Honestly, Matt, those are great. Those are great analogies for those games. I'm not gonna lie. Just one of the places on your route. Tell me the truth, Scatha. Tell me you get in like the Ghostbusters outfit when you go over there. Please tell me you do that. That'll be awesome. Lie to me. Lie to me, even if you don't do it. Just lie to me. Tell me you do it. Why do I keep climbing up? This is the one thing I don't miss about like these older games is like the stupid way you like run up buildings and stay there and whatnot. Get caught up. You know, to find Mjolnir was, I gotta admit, to find Mjolnir was genius, and to find, what do you call it, the other one, the Odin Spear, that was genius too. You know who I miss, and I gotta hit him up and see what he's up to. Do you guys remember Smart Glitch Gaming? The dude that invented going through the wall? I wonder what he's up to. I haven't seen him put anything out lately. That dude was a genius. That dude had videos where like he was like, and it was wild. Like I never thought of like using the fishing line to go through a wall, and he found it. He was going through walls all throughout that game. They honestly could have. You know what though? I think that Assassin's Creed Infinity, I think that's what they're gonna do there. They're gonna set it up where, like, you know, they'll add all these extra zones and stuff. That'll be $14.99 per zone. I could see them doing that. It's Ubisoft. I really do feel like they'll do that. They definitely should have kept up with that Real History series that they did, though. The only problem that I see with that Real History series, besides they only got to Revelations, is that they also, what do you call it? They also only have these videos at like under 10 minutes. Like, how much history could you, like, profess to have gotten wrong and corrected in 10 minutes? To me, that's just weird. That series could have been so much more. But I do have a feeling that we're going to start seeing, we're going to start seeing them add like all these little things when they've got their, when they really start moving, when they really start getting into, like the whole money angle. You'll see, they'll start like adding all these like silly little things. And then we'll all complain about that. Which, that's definitely something to complain about. They'll set this whole thing up where, like, where they're gonna squeeze every dollar they can out of you over nonsensical items. See, there's a Borgia Tower here. I'll take that out. I don't know. I have a feeling. Number one, if they keep going the way that they're going, where they're ignoring the players, I have a feeling that they're going to go the way of the dodo. We're going to see that they're going to end the Assassin's Creed series abruptly if they don't like start acting the right way. I feel like Sweet Baby Inc. is going to be the cause of a lot of like studio closures. By the way, do you guys know we're getting a Watch Dogs movie? I know you guys were dying to see one. Watch Dogs is getting a movie. They just got a director, it was announced. I don't know who or why they would make a Watch Dogs movie, but that is a thing. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to watch it. Well, no, I lie. I might watch it, depending. Depending. I think Assassin's Creed is supposed to have a series or a movie on Netflix. I'm not even upset with the original movie that they had. The one with Michael Fassbender. I thought that was okay. I thought it was going to be about Desmond. They made the guy kind of look like Desmond. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I don't think that like the petition is going to move the needle. I think that there are way more people invested in playing it than there are not playing it. I think that there's way more people that like want to actually experience it than not. And again, you know, like those people that don't want to play it, don't play it. You know, like you're more than entitled to not play the game. You're more than welcome to be upset with the game as well, like I'll be honest. But, you know, again, like the way I look at it is that it's not factual history. But for some people, you know, that they kind of feel like it is being presented as. Me personally, I've not seen it, but, you know, it is what it is. Some people might have other sources. That's why I keep asking for sources. I keep asking people, if you have a source that claims this, definitely let me know. Let me look into it. Because if they are messing things up, if they are saying this is 100% factual, I'd love to see it. I'd love to fix it. I'd love to rally behind everyone and be like, hey, listen, this is what you guys are doing. Oh man, this guy's gonna get away. Well, because I couldn't even... Damn it. Well, now I gotta wait. Come on, dude, let me go. Oh my god, he already came back. Let me try to reset this guy now. They're not going to let me reset this guy. Alright, everybody dies. And when I get back, better not be anybody there. I threw those guys off the cliff. What are they doing? How are they coming back? There we go, everybody hide. AC would be perfect as a TV series. I could see AC being a series. The problem, like with everything though, is you gotta have good writers. If you don't have good writers, you don't have a show. And if you get good writers, you need those writers to be consistent. Yeah, honestly, I played RDR2. I have not even completed it. I played like the first chapter and it just, to me, that set the pace for the game. And I know so many people are like, oh, the game is so good. And I'm sitting here like, bro, like, I couldn't stop falling asleep. Yeah, it didn't speak to me. It really bored me, honestly. I tried to play the online game. The online game wasn't even like the same as like the old online. And to be honest, they gave up on RDR2's online. They really did. They did not care. They were making money hand over fist with GTA 5, so... Now with GTA 6, when that comes out, tell me they're not going to make crazy money with the online on that one. If that game is a success, then definitely, if the online is a success, then it's a wrap. It's going to be like 8 years before GTA freaking 7 comes out. GTA 5 was across 3 different gaming generations. How do you like that? Think about that. That's how old that series is. Yeah, a lot of people say Arthur Morgan was like a great character. I couldn't get into it. I should give it another shot, honestly. For me, like, I really couldn't get into it. Nah, man, they were making so much money on GTA 5 that they didn't even care. Yeah, the start was way too slow for me too, Scatha, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, when do I do anything in this game? When the stuff happens? It was a lot, though. Yeah, GTA 5, though, like, it... Oh my god, it was on PS3/Xbox 360. It was on PS4/Xbox One. And it was on, what do you call it? PS5/Xbox Series X. /S. Like, they really, they knew that they had a banger. They knew people were going to play, like, the online and stuff like that. They made so much money, like, the damn thing was a cash register. Come on. It was a cash register. They made so much money on that game. I honestly thought they were never going to make a GTA 6. I thought it was just going to be GTA 5 forever.
I've seen him before. Which way did he go?
I thought it was like that they didn't have an idea. Then I was like, no, they got the idea. They just don't know, you know, when to release it because they're making so much money off of this one. Why would they release it? They made so much money. I'm not gonna lie. And it was a great game, GTA 5, so, you know, well deserved, but man, they weren't budging. Is it really? That's why I'm telling you, Scatha, get on PC, bro, because like they always have sales, man. Right now they got like the summer sale on Steam and GOG. GOG. And those games they have, like, you get like I just bought the entire Halo series for like $10. The rest of the Assassin's Creed games with the DLCs and everything that I don't own right now, I think I can get the whole rest of the series for $40.
Look, I have a question for you. I've seen it before.
Oh, hell yeah.
I beg.
That's one of the things, like, if you've got great graphics, if you have like fluid graphics and like, you know, responsive controls, your game is going to do well.
Hey, do I know you? Where did he go?
I wonder if these guys' meter is going to go away.
Hey, he was just there.
Or if they're just going to stay there like, where is this guy? Hold on, let me see if I can take them both out real quick.
What?
I'm going to take them out with knives.
I'd better get back. Out!
Got him.
Hold there.
Got him. My man is just standing there. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I got some knives and stuff like that. Nah, man, PC gaming isn't more expensive. Are you kidding me? Honestly, it's like less expensive. Like what you would pay for like a brand new system, like $500 US for like let's say the PS5 Pro. Right? Instead of buying like a brand new system, I'll just go and buy the like enough parts, like $500 worth of parts, and upgrade my system so that it lasts like another like 20 years. And it wouldn't even be that expensive. I'd have, for that much, I'd have money for parts and games. Got him. Yeah, man, Game of Thrones, Ghost of Tsushima, that was fantastic. That's one of the main reasons why I say, like, the reason that they had to make Shadows the way they made it was because they didn't want to make it look like Ghost of Tsushima. You know damn well a lot of people are going to compare it to Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I bought all the pieces for my PC like little by little. It costs like $2,000, and then, you know, like every year I just keep upgrading it. Keep pulling out like old parts, buying new parts, selling off the old parts. Because it might be old to me, but it's new to somebody else.
Don't let him escape! I don't see him anymore.
Oh yeah, without a doubt they're going to compare it. I have a comparison video that I got coming out that like I actually looked just based on the gameplay trailer. I've got like comparisons, but you know, I mean, people are always going to say Ghost of Tsushima is going to come out on top no matter what. Okay, this aggravates me. Now everybody dies. Now everybody dies. All I want to do was climb a damn building and light it on fire, and you guys all got to get in my way. So now everybody dies. Nobody escapes. I don't want to hear it. No excuses. Everyone dies. Where are you running to? Where are you running to? Where are you running to? I told you everybody dies. You won't let me climb a building like a freaking lunatic and light it on fire? Good. You all die. There we go. That's right. I'm petty with that. Absolutely petty. Oh yeah, you will. I love those videos. Those are funny. You're going to have those videos. You're going to have videos that show side-by-side comparison between the PS5, the Xbox Series X or S, or both, and the PC version. And like always, they're going to be like, PlayStation 1. Even up against the PC, they're going to be like, PlayStation 1. This dude folded like an omelet. Look at him. I don't even think a body could fold like that. What the hell? Yeah, we're gonna see like a lot of nonsense come through. I guarantee this. This I guarantee. You're always gonna see that. You're gonna see a lot of people like, you know, doing the comparisons. Some of those comparisons will be warranted. You know, some of them you'll want to see like, you know, so that you could see exactly. And honestly, I think that it would help. You know, like Shadows, because it shows like how they wanted to make it different and not similar, and what similarity, you know, or you know, like, yeah, exactly what similarity would have looked like. You always want to make it different. Again, you know, like that's another reason why I have no problem with the game being what it is. But some people really, you know, like they are deep into like the lore, they're deep into, you know, like historical value. And again, if that's what you're into, I'm not going to deny you. I'm not going to say there's a problem or you're nuts or anything like that. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I'm just not going to pretend that it's going to be the worst game in the world just because, you know, like they went a different route than what people are used to. I do have to say, though, that like some of the debates that have come out of this have been fucking solid gold. Solid gold. A lot of people have some great opinions about it, one way or the other. And it's been absolutely amazing. I'm trying to figure out, how do I get up this tower? Is it just the controls are wonky, or... Because I should be able to just climb this way. I don't understand why I can't get to the top there. There we go. So weird. And it won't let me grab that. Oh, here we go. And can I get up further? No, why can I not get up further? That is so weird. I'm just probably not even used to like playing the older games. That's what it is. This is just weird to me. Absolutely weird. There we go. You know what? I'm actually shocked that with the whole narrative that Yasuke is acting dishonorable, I'm actually shocked that nobody said anything about that when it came to Ghost of Tsushima. Because Jin is supposed to be a samurai, and then he starts doing some dishonorable, like, ninja stuff, and nobody said anything about that. I'm surprised that we didn't have like a bunch of people like upset at that. Although still, not gonna lie, Ghost of Tsushima, excellent game. Cannot wait for the sequel. Cannot wait for the sequel. That's gonna be wild. Yeah, you know what? he nailed it. He's got it. I think you're right. I really do think you're right. It will be because he didn't want to do that stuff. He was forced to do that stuff. He didn't want to be the Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, people will find reasons to defend it. You always defend what you want to defend. Scatha, did you see the diss tracks? They got diss tracks for Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I'm not gonna lie, they're funny as hell. They are funny as hell. I think it's very, they got very creative. Yeah, I think stealth is gonna be wild in this game, Matt.
Of Papa Gregorio is truly antique. Not a crack.
I feel like stealth is gonna be wild. I feel like what do you call it? Like a lot of the things that they're doing in this game, I think are gonna be like pretty wild. I was blown away when I saw Noe like do that flip with the grappling hook, and then all of a sudden like land on the enemy. I thought that was wild. I saw that. I said more of that. I want more of that. Yeah, see, again, I don't understand why we're so concentrated on the history. Yeah, they could do that, and the other thing is, like I said in the earlier video, where, you know, not just that, but like put out a video like, hey, look, you know, we got a lot of the history wrong. Here's what really happened. You know? And then go with it. They did that, and they only got to Assassin's Creed Revelations, and each video was like 10 minutes. For something like that, I really do feel you gotta have a much longer video. And you really have to like go in. You really have to show what you did get right and what you did get wrong. Yeah, that's true. Star Wars does drop next month. They're definitely not going to want to show their whole hand. Who's playing Outlaws? Anybody? I know I'll be there. And I want it to be good. The only thing is that they made it, the way that they made it, Ubisoft made it look like an EA game. It really does look like something that EA would have produced. Not that that's a bad thing, because I absolutely loved Cal Kestis. He was a great character. I thought he was going to be in that Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Or one of the Star Wars shows that they've got out. In fact, I wouldn't write off seeing him at any point. I could see them using him in a TV show. Yeah, I like I said, I feel like I was expecting it to be an AC style game, the Star Wars game. But like as I look at it, it looks more closely to an EA game. It looks like something EA would have produced. And again, that's not inherently bad. It's really not. But it's just, you know, like it was my expectations. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot come out about Outlaws, but we might see some like wild stuff. We might see some stuff where it kind of like looks like it's similar to Mirage. You never can tell. They make these games and they do like crazy things with them. I can't wait to see it though. There's a bunch of games that like are coming out that are going to be pretty wild.
God can take you back now.
I don't know how many people are excited for Outlaws though. I haven't heard a lot of chatter about people like playing Outlaws, but then again, the only chatter that I keep hearing about is Shadows. That is like currently the most talked about game. There aren't many people that are like talking about like any other game. Even Stellar Blade had dropped a DLC and I didn't hear anybody talking about that. Or not a DLC, but like a free kind of like a extra mode, and I didn't hear anybody talk about that. Same thing with Elden Ring. I don't hear much chatter about Elden Ring. Mid-40s Gamer is doing like a lot of videos on it, but like I haven't heard anything past that. Oh, that's pretty cool. See now, they did that in Lucasfilms. They did this whole thing with their franchise because they said that, you know, like EA, they weren't happy with what EA was doing. So they opened it up to more studios. Now I wonder if I really do wonder if Cal Kestis will be in their game, or if they're just not going to do that because they're like, nah, you know, like it's. I mean, technically, it's Star Wars property now, the character. So I'm pretty sure they could do whatever they want with the character, but I could be wrong.
Trust the skill of your own local medical professional.
I could definitely be wrong. I did like the character. I actually like the games more than I like the TV shows at this point. Because the games are, you know, like try to be as true to the source material as possible. I don't see the shows really doing that. The games are.
Life expectancy.
Somebody's got to like start compiling a list of all these video games and TV shows and where they take place on the timeline. Whatever happened to The Legend of Zelda? Wasn't The Legend of Zelda supposed to get like a TV series or something? Some kind of movie? I could have sworn they were. And did anyone see that Resident Evil TV show that Netflix had? If you did not, holy crap, was it terrible. Don't bother. If you did, what bleach did you use for your eyes? Because I need a new one. Because the memory is still there. And it's painful. Very painful. It really was. It was just wild. I couldn't believe that they even did that. And again, it was like another one of those things where, like, you know, Wesker's black. You know, and of course people made a big deal about that. But, you know, like when I looked past that, I was like, okay, not only are you not sticking to the source material, but clearly, you don't know what this game was about. Because the entire thing was just a mess. They went like a whole nother direction. I was like, where are the zombies? Where are the monsters? Had nothing to do with that. The Last of Us, though, The Last of Us was a great show. I'm not gonna lie. Really good show. I can't wait to see the second season come out.
Actually, yes it is. Many coins.
I can't wait to see that. What else can I wait to see? There's like a couple of shows I'm dying to see. And they're all coming back. I'm dying for season 2 of the live action of One Piece. I think that is going to be amazing as well.
He will kill them all. They cannot catch him.
I'm led to death among our...
Season 1 was already a banger. Alright, y'all, I think that's going to be it for me. You know, like I just wanted to like get on and talk, chat with you guys while I'm playing. I might do this again tomorrow after the Taco Tuesday trifecta, so keep an eye out. You know, like I did want to be streaming a little bit more, so let's see. I probably will. Anyway, that's all there is for this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one.